Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan, and I am the fastest reviewer alive. I'm just kidding. But, something I want to talk to you guys about. This is breaking news. I'm only doing one stream, and one stream only, and the gravity of this one is pretty big here. I want to talk to you about the CW's, the actress, Candice Patton, otherwise known as the CW's The Flash, Iris West Allen. She's in a bit of a scandal again. And this one may not be escapable. So, Candice, let me just tell you the facts of what's happening right now. So somebody on Twitter made a thread last night. Actually, early this month. Earlier this month, I believe, March 1st. Nope, I'm sorry. 3 months ago. And for some reason, it just started picking up steam for some reason. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening and why this is a problem, and then let you know why it's also going to be a problem that, people are basically asking the CW to fire her. And while the CW is basically in a very they're between a rock and a hard space once again because of something they did about a year ago or so. So, stop me if you've heard this one before. Back in March, let me turn down this music. Okay, so back in March, this username by DumDumDDum407 made a collection of tweets, of old tweets from Candice Patton, the actress who plays Iris West. A bunch of old tweets that she's posted. Let me go ahead and read some of these. These are not my words. These are words from the Candice of old. Just found out the Thai place I go to for massage has she-males. The owner admitted it. Ladyboys, she called them. Okay. And this is from, what is this? 9 years ago? Nope, 10 years ago. Now again. These are old tweets, but there's a reason these are being brought up into the light now. Even though they're 10 years old, right? It's James Gunn. Here we go. All over again. Next one. This is in 2012. If you hate your life and the world and want to kill someone, please just kill yourself. Love someone who has nothing to do with your shitty life. All right. 2012. Oh my God. How many teachers in California are molesting children? Now a female teacher? Ugh. Molest someone around your own age. Okay. I'm not sure if she's trying to be funny or cynical funny. Okay. In other news, this is in 2011. In other news, are employees at the MAC cosmetic store always borderline bad tranny? Ooh. It continues. We have more. Oh, snap. Are you supposed to let pregnant women sit down? Like, I didn't get you pregnant, so... All right. There's more. There's more. Some of them are. I didn't even see the other ones yet because it's tweet is unavailable. I don't know what that I don't know exactly what that means, but let's keep going. Oh boy. Let's keep going. Yeah, reverse flash. Here we go. I'm the only black person in this Koreatown Galleria. Are blacks and Koreans on speaking terms again? I can't remember. Hashtag hope so. The moment you choose to lie is the moment you relinquish the power of your word. All right. He who has the king's ear holds the keys to the kingdom. 1, 2, 13. Okay. Wait, when did the Flash come out actually? Okay, it's always the ugly ones who want to put down others' looks. Ooh. That was in 2014. Hold on a second. The Flash CW. It started in 2014. The series. Okay. So she was writing this while she was either cast or yeah, okay, it hadn't come out yet. So she wasn't cast yet. I was just curious about some of these, man. All right. We got another one. That was number 6. Number 7. A man with no shirt and breasts asked me for a quarter today. Thankfully, I had one. All right. All right. So, here's the thing. So what happens after that, thanks to Canada Graphs, we got some information on this situation here. Social Blade reports this thread came out in March 1st. Then, immediately, the same week that thread came out, I'm blocking it. Hold on. Let me move my body around. In that same week that came out, Candice, right there, deleted 87 tweets. She deletes 87. You see that drop right there? That's her deleting 87 tweets. So she got basically caught in 4K. So that's the incriminating part right there. It's one thing like owning up to it, you know, but you basically pulled a James Gunn and you deleted it all thinking nobody was going to notice. Oh, yep. She knew. Yep, exactly, Saifu. So there's already an issue here. But interesting enough, I don't know why it hasn't picked up. I don't know why it took so long for this to pick up. This happened back in March. It's now May, right? So I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, man. Now, no apology, just tried to hide it, all of that going on. So here's the thing. Here's what's being brought up now. Here's the situation is, you know, is she going to get fired? Should she be fired? Because the question that comes up here is, I think sometime last year or so, or maybe a little bit longer than that, Hartley Sawyer, the actor who plays Ralph Dibny on The Flash, was let go for a very similar series of tweets. Now, immediately, I will admit that Hartley's tweets were much worse. Much worse. Much worse. His shit was like, but, you know, the thing was, he was trying to be funny too. That's my thing. Like, he was just trying to do this, like, really edgy type of humor. And, you know, it was a very similar situation 10-something years ago, 8 years ago. But regardless, the Flash, the CW, the producers and all that, they let him go. They put out this entire statement saying, like, you know, we want to be a better blah, 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 blah. We are choosing to be a, you know, they have a whole sort of like a line that they were feeding. Here we go. I found it. This is what they said. In regards to Mr. Sawyer's post on social media, We do not tolerate derogatory remarks that target any race, ethnicity, national origin, gender, or sexual orientation. That's what they said when they sacked Hartley. I'm curious as to whether they'll do the same to Candice. This is what Luke Fox is posting, right? Now, here's the other thing. So this is where it gets really tricky, because on paper, if you're following this policy, if you're going with this policy, this CW wellness program style, then they should fire Candice. They should get rid of her. Because if they're trying to set an example, then that goes for everybody, right? Should Hartley have been fired for his thing? No, absolutely not. She shouldn't. I think it's safe to say, well, at least for what we know as fans and social media, it seems like he's grown as a person, and he's kind of adhered to the new times and things like that. Candice, from what I've heard behind the scenes and her previous alleged cheating scandal with the NBA player J.R. Smith, married man J.R. Smith, her drama with Danielle Patton-Baker, from what we've heard before, her other drama with the Authority situation that was going on, Kathy Lotz. I'm sure some other shit too. From some other stuff that I've mentioned, some of the other stuff that I've heard when I was in Vancouver. Who knows if Candice has really... it's funny to me that actually my introduction to Candice, like her way or whatever, was her doing a Halloween costume, and she was a gypsy or something like that. And my first post I've ever seen of her on social media was her in her Halloween costume looking into the future, and her post was like, you a bitch in the future too. And I was like, Candice, Iris, what? My lightning rod, what? Like, but that was a very, very different person. She is a very, very different person than the actress she plays, right? Than the character she plays. So, but here's the thing, it's like, again, Hartley shouldn't be fired, but he was. So, should Candice be fired in this context, on this pretense? Yes. If that's what CW is all about, not tolerating that kind of stuff, and if you're going to fire somebody for old tweets, then be like Elsa. Let her go, let her go. Now, here's the big issue, though. Hartley was a part-time guy. Well, actually, he was on a full-time contract, I think. But Hartley was a side member of Team Flash. Iris West, whether you like it or not, is she is part of the Flash. She is a good half of that show, if not more sometimes. Do you recast her? That's possible. You could do that. But it's such a significant change that enough people are going to notice, like, what just happened, right? And at this point, is it really worth it, right? Do you write her off the show? That's possible too. Should have kept her ass in the mirror dimension or something, right? But again, she does have such a fan following, and it's just it's a PR nightmare. That's what I'm saying. The CW is in between a rock and a hard space right now, because they have set up a problem for themselves. They did this to themselves with firing Hartley. Will they just ignore it? Probably. In my opinion, honestly, I think they're probably just going to they'll end the show before they fire Candice. I'll put it that way. I don't think they're going to end the show, But if they to resolve this situation, they will probably end the show before they fire her or recast her, because they have built this show so much around Iris West that I cannot see them recasting. And at this point, why? They're so far into the show that there's no point to do it. You know, that would be a bigger controversy. If she killed somebody, maybe recast. Okay, that's cool. But you know, at this point, even on Blind Waves channel and their reactions, I'm finally starting to see some of the Wave writers say that they're not feeling this show anymore, that they're not feeling these episodes anymore. So I'm not saying that you know, they should cancel it because the show isn't good or whatever. You know, if some people like it, if it's still making ratings, it's still making ratings. I think it's still one of the highest rated CW shows, which is crazy. But you know, something needs to be done. That's the thing, because you can't set up a precedence and fire somebody over something, and then somebody else does exactly the same thing, and just because they're black or just because they're the main lead, we're protecting them. That's not cool. That ain't right, right? So no apology on top of that. And Hartley apologized. Hartley said, look, I'm accountable. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me accountable and making me a better person. And that's all he said. And he still got fired. He still got fired after that. That's what's crazy about all of this. So I don't know, man. You guys, let me know in the comments right now, because I'm wrapping up this video here. What do you guys want? What do you guys think will happen? What do you guys think should happen? Do you think they should recast Iris? Do you think they should just end the show? You know, personally, I feel like Candice doesn't like. I feel like she would be happier not being on the show anyways, in some form or fashion, because you know, in this pandemic, she's really kind of shown her feelings about living in Vancouver and filming so far away from family, and all the PCR tests that you have to go through now, and it's really extensive. And like, you know, she might really just be happier being back in LA, being an actress back in LA. You know, nobody comes to Hollywood with the dream of moving to Vancouver for 4 months out of the year. You know, Vancouver is a nice place, but it's cold, it's raining, it's you're away from your home, you're away from for a lot of people, you're away from your entire nationality and people. So I don't know. Maybe it is better. Maybe this is a better situation for her. Do you write the Iris West character off the show? You know, personally, for me, I feel like what I was kind of thinking in my mind was like, maybe they could just turn the Flash into some sort of like semi-Justice League show instead. Like something like Legends of Tomorrow, but something a little more serious instead. So, you know, Legends of Tomorrow is still going, right? And then Black Lightning is ending, right? So I don't know, just something like where every episode is just a team up episode instead. Maybe something like that. Supergirl is ending as well, right? Just something where they get some of those side actors that still want to work, and then just make a collection series of just adventures of team ups instead of even the main Flash story is kind of whatever. You can keep Grant, because you know, it seems like Grant might be the only person that may or may not want to still be on the show. But maybe do something like that. I don't know, but this is shaky, man. This is real shaky, man. Man. I don't know. It's hard to say. Well, Red Nation, stand up, speak up. That's all I got for you guys today. I would love to hear what all of you want to say on this. You know, there's a lot of problems with this show right now, and so this is definitely not helping, but hopefully it it resolves itself in the most just manner. It's even too. I feel like it's almost too late to hire Hartley, to hire him back. CW really showed their ass on this one. That's all I'm saying. Good luck and good night. Peace.